Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Inside A-Town. This week we got the scoop on another one of our esteemed vice principals. We also dug up some dirt on our new special ed teacher, Mr. Keith. But first, here's a special message on this week's Tracking Dr. Turner.
Hey, what's up, Patriots? This is Dr. Turner, and welcome back. I hope that everyone had a great long weekend. You had Friday off, and now we're getting back into the swing of things. But I do want to share something with you all today, and that is I want to talk a little bit about being prepared. Being prepared in terms of being successful, there's a huge link, and you have to be prepared if you want to get the most out of life. And what I've seen is that if you're not prepared, then you wind up having to take the leftovers. You have to take what people give you.
So the importance of being prepared.
So being prepared is an act of generosity. Being unprepared is an act of selfishness. If you have healthy self-esteem and you know you're important to something, then being prepared is your way of making a contribution. And I think that's what we all want.
Being prepared to me means somebody who is willing to go above and beyond, think outside of a box. Like, say for instance, when it comes to doing procedures, even though you learn how to do it, you practice it one time, doing it more than once, it's helping you ingrain it in your brain so that you have a good understanding of how to do the procedure, how to take care of the patients and not do any more harm to them, basically.
Preparation is a big deal. I mean, for me, a lot of different ways. I'm a head football coach, so in that realm, I have to be prepared not only for myself but for my staff and my whole program. I have to devise plans and divvy out expectations. So being prepared for that and being able to implement that plan is very important. As a teacher, I work with many teachers, great teachers here at Albemarle High School. So preparation is just important because I want to be able to do my part. I work with a lot of great people. We all are unique teachers, all have our own different styles. So in order for us to be able to collaborate, we all individually have to be prepared just so we can do our jobs.
But when you're not prepared, you're just sort of just waiting on what's left. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sort of tough. I know that some of you all think that I'm tough, but I'm tough because I have high expectations for what you all learn, and I want you all to get everything that you can possibly get out of here, out of Albemarle High School, because I know that that's going to help you to be prepared for whatever it is you want to do after high school.
So you don't look like this?
Last week, Miss Blunt told all we need to know about Miss Hankins. This week, it's Miss Hankins' turn to let us in on another principal at AHS, Miss Megan Wood. Here it is.
Megan is a very kind of layered person. She has a lot of different. There are a lot of different parts to Megan. She is very intelligent. She has previously served as an instructional coach here in Albemarle County. She also taught at Jewett Middle School, and so she brings a lot to the team with her background. She is a very loyal and kind of fierce protector. When she is advocating for you as a student or as a staff member, there's probably no one that's a stronger and better advocate. So this year, she has some new responsibilities. She's working with the ESOL department, the World Languages department, and I think there's and the math department, of course. So I know that she's looking forward to those challenges. She's also helping support attendance this year. She's just very affable and just open. So when you work with Miss Wood, you always know where you stand. She's going to be honest. She's going to be direct, and I think that's a tremendous asset in any kind of relationship. Yes, there are many funny stories we can share about Miss Wood, but probably I shouldn't share most of them. What other job can I see Miss Wood doing? That one's very easy. Miss Wood is very interested in houses. A lot of times, her brain works. It just goes 100 miles a minute all the time. So she could be listening to people and doing things and interacting even, but she might be like looking at houses on her computer, flipping through and scrolling through. She just loves to do that. So I can very easily see when education, when she hangs up her education hat, for her to be a real estate person. What's that called? A real estate,
Estate agent.
Thank you. It's a good thing people are helping me. Real estate. I hope she doesn't really think this is too corny, but I watch Disney movies a lot, so if I were going to pick somebody, I'd say she reminds me of Mulan. So that's who I would pick. Very strong, loyal, got a big heart, and I think that's Miss Wood.
Mr. Kevin Keith came on board at AHS to teach special education and to coach the wrestling team. Delaney sat down with Mr. Keith for this new teacher profile.
Welcome, Patriots, to another episode of the New Teacher Profile. I'm here with Mr. Keith. Can you tell us a little bit about your career path and how you arrived here at AHS?
Yes, I moved to Charlottesville in August of last year. I moved from Charleston, South Carolina, where I had previously taught, because my girlfriend is a medical resident at the University of Virginia.
What are your teaching responsibilities this year?
I am a special education teacher and I teach in the autism-based program.
What drew you to your content area?
I peer tutored for special education when I was in high school, and then I always wanted to teach, and then I went into elementary education and then did this special education certification, added on to it, and then just kind of kept going with the whole special ed thing. So I've never taught elementary school before, but I'm certified to teach it.
Tell us about your interests and hobbies outside of school. What do you do to relax and unwind?
Outside of school, I play a lot of disc golf, and I also really like watching sports. I'm a big Cincinnati Reds fan, Cincinnati Bengals fan, and now that it's football season, most of my Sundays are spent watching football.
What were you like in high school? Did you play any sports or do any extracurricular activities?
In high school, I wrestled all 4 years until my senior year where I tore my shoulder. I was also my senior class president, and I worked at a grocery store as well on the weekends.
What other professions would you be interested in if you weren't a teacher?
I would love to be a professional football player, not because I'm good at football or was ever good enough to play professional football, but because I love it and it would be a fun job.
What's on your Spotify playlist right now?
Right now, at this moment, I've been listening to a lot of Portugal the Man, the brand new album, and I'm still listening to the 2 Chainz album some too.
What's the last TV show you've binge watched?
The Wire. I rewatched it over the summer and watched all 5 seasons during the time that we were off.
Thank you for being here with us today, and thank you for watching.
Thanks for joining us. Look for us next week on Inside A-Town.
Here comes the Bye.